How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews. Back to yet another review. A little bit of Crowler time. A little bit of New Yorkish. Lower Hudson Valley IPA hopeful goodness time in the form of District 96 Brewing's It's Their Sexual Relations. District 96 did a couple of their Crowlers for a review not too long ago. They were sent to me by the brewery. John out there sent them to me, and I kind of dug them. But I haven't been to the brewery until I got these. I went up there to interview them for my podcast. Had a blast. Brought home some Crowlers. Now we're reviewing them. Words. As far as what it says on here, it says District 96, New City Beer Factory, New York. Lower you like Upper Yonkers, Terrytowny, lower Hudson Valley-ish, kind of in spatial relationship, if you actually know what I'm talking about. Sexual relations, relationship or relations. It's an IPA, and it is 6.3% alcohol by volume. Crowler, dig it. There we go. Sexual relations. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. So District 96, their name comes from, political, there's district for voting is District 96. So a lot, if not all of their beers actually have kind of political attachment names. Now, we talked about a lot of this stuff in the podcast, so go check that shit out, motherfuckers. By the time I post these, it might be up or it might be incoming. But I just picked these Crowlers up couple days ago, but usually from when I record a podcast, so it gets put up is typically about 4 weeks. So I'll try to time maybe right around the same time. Anyway, and we kind of talked about that connection because you usually want to separate politics and booze, so it's kind of a fun conversation. Anyway, infinite creaminess. I mean, you're getting that big Crowler pour, but still, infinite creaminess, just off Whitehead, pretty creepily uniform bubbles, and she's got the haze, baby. She's got the New England style hazy IPA thing going on. So 6.3% hazy IPA. What are we going to get in the nose? Let's find out. I feel like I got a big enough head here. I might snort a little bit. That's how you taste it for real. I'm getting like a ranky dank onion orange. That's what I'm getting on the nose. Not big, but just enough to give me a little bit of that kind of overly fermented orange to where it's sweet, but it's not oversweet. It has a little almost like savoriness, umami to it. And then you're getting a bit of kind of very wide berthy, if that comes off proper, fat. Not as in fatty taste, but big, huge, kind of encompassing kind of greeniness with a bit of kind of onioniness. It's not striking, it's not sharp, it's soft. But dense. It smells nice. It doesn't smell overly sweet, doesn't smell overly bitter, but it smells like there's a bit of balance going on there. Definitely is a fruit thing going for it with a bit of greenness, so it's right up my alley. Let's dive in. Cheers. Pretty much exactly what you get on the nose. Plus, a nice kind of nutty, crackery malt to it, which I kind of fucking dig. Listen, it has a density to it. From the mouthfeel, from the way that fruit comes off, like I said, overly fermented, kind of rich, overly fermented fruit. I mean, it's like, if you ever tasted like a cantaloupe or a peach, too far ripened, but still in a good way. It has that kind of vibe going for it. There's a sweetness to it. It's nice, but there's definitely a bitterness to balance it off. It's not huge. It's not striking. It's not as big as I'd like it to be in the kind of greeny, oniony area. Definitely leaning more green than anything else. It had a bit of pop to it, but I just wish I had a little bit more to it, but I'm kind of just plucking at nitpicky stuff right there. It has this nice big density to it, but it has that little cool trick where it's still super drinkable. It's not gonna, is an IPA, it's hazy, and it has all those bits and pieces going on. I don't believe it's gonna weigh too heavily on the palate. It's just chuggable, man. It's so drinkable, it's not even funny. Again, there's a nice cleanliness to it, nice crispness to it. Talking about clean beers, you're not talking about hazy IPAs. You get what I'm throwing out there. There's not much as far as flaws or negativity going on. What you're getting is this tasty goodness. Get enough sweetness, get enough greenness, get enough IPA, get enough haziness, getting enough hoppiness to kind of appease a lot of you Haysbro hop toddies out there. Well, at the same time, I think it has a bit of kind of depth and a bit of character to it to appeal to people that kind of nitpick and kind of don't want a one note kind of thing going on when it comes to their hazy kind of IPAs. Tasty, drinkable, chuggable, tasty. Let's talk about it. Is it one of the better IPAs that I've had as of late? New England style IPAs. Worthy of being in a conversation, not the best. There's ones that definitely turn me on more, but at the same time, it's super drinkable, super chuggable, tasty stuff. And, yeah, I've had a lot worse. I always talk about these, a lot of beers lack personality. They have a ton of hops thrown at them. This is the opposite of that. This has a nice amount of hops to it, but it doesn't seem like they're just throwing hops at it for hop's sake, but it does have a personality. So it's like the better side of that partly sunny, partly cloudy thing. It has a core to it, as the center has a personality, and that's a good thing. Value and availability, crowler prices at a brewery-only stuff, so you know that game. Leave you with, if you like what, will you like this? If you want your hazy IPAs to have bitterness but not be overly hopped, while at the same time having a sweetness and a balance and the whole nine going on, you're getting that Haysbro hop toddy thing, but not in a fucking amped up, cranked to 11 kind of package, and it lends itself to be a bit more drinkable than your average hazy IPA. There you go. You should have sexual relations with this growler. So there you go. Another review in the books. Down there, if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers, type that into the Google. Find me doing social media stuff. If you want to see the interview because you can see interviews. Really, you can if they're on camera, but this is podcast form. If you want to check out the podcast, me interviewing John or any of the other awesome breweries we've done interviews with, type in Beer Massive into Google or your favorite podcasting app and check us out there. And hopefully, you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully, enjoyed a beer as tasty as this one. And hopefully, see you next time. Cheers.